Hello, and welcome to a Tuesday edition of Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to do Tuesday, June 11th, 2024 crosswords and go for that 1,565-day streak. So here's your spoiler alert for the Tuesday mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. The mini is always free to play. Alright, let's do it. Sad, Saute, Aries, Dices, Harry, Juice, Steer. And get to PJs there. Although, you know, I work from home wearing PJs all the time. And we have ser, to be, the infinitive of to be. Grand Prix de la Baguette contest is in Paris. Nice. Anyway, now for the main event. That's the Tuesday Daily Grid, which is by Chloe Revery today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. The Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. Alright, let's see what Chloe Revery has in store for us. Let's get into it. Trunk appendage, arachnids octet, those are legs. Told you so. Popular fast food breakfast sandwich is a McGriddle. Accessory for a flatbird costume is boa. There's a limb here. I told you so is I knew it. Crazy for gaga. Does it echo? I called it. Grinds away, probably erodes. Schleps. Goes clubbing question mark. Emulate Paul Simon in 1972. Buckeyes. Language of much legalese. Latin. Currency of Switzerland is the Swiss franc. Military address. Okay. Up to the task is able. I'm all set. We have set again today. Poet Frank. Stringed instrument, Indian instrument is sitar. End of the earth. Verbal equivalent to tomato throwing. Blank knots. Hairstyle. Okay. Title wrote for Lee Marvin in a 1962 Western. Don't know it. Trees that produce multiplying oil or cedars sends packing. Red alcohol in a spritz. Grinds away. Okay. Aware of as a plot. Maybe it's in on. Okay. Increase is add something. Miraculous arsenal forms a bat. This is clearly Ohioans. Booing. Whoops. Let's just add to. I guess this is an Aperol spritz. Okay. Exec's helper is an assistant. Train line between Boston and DC is the Excella. Ska is from Jamaica. Bring up is rear. Range that separates Europe and Asia. Those are the Urals. Get seriously fortunate. Luck out. This is a visor. Bantu knots, I suppose. Cutting onomatopoeia. Is it snip? Noted example of French Gothic architecture is Notre Dame. Nickname for Oliver Cromwell. Goes like a weasel. Pop. Pop goes the weasel. That's for a squirrel or acorns. Oral history or oral exam. Maraca is a rattle. Rule who wrote Brokeback Mountain. Deadly African steak. I think that's probably a mamba. Oven setting that could be high or low. Not by, perhaps. Curly hairstyle for short is a fro. Title for Jackie or Jill. First Lady. Lady Gaga. Lady Liberty. Lady Luck, I see. Go solo here. And Sarge. Goose egg is nil. Cans like to fire. Pedometer is a step. Fortunate neighbor of Vesuvius is Pompeii. Festoon could be adorn. Highly broil or low broil. Rambled. Ran on. Marmalade. Lady Marmalade. Invites along for, asks to, not buy his rent, deserves his earns, leaves might get stuck in its teeth. This is dryer, a rake. Trumpet flourish. Pounded taro dish is poi. Not very bright is dim. A mina's talkative bird. Site for a cliff dwelling. Hasty escape is on the lamb. Amen. Mesa, Ironsides, Marmalade Skies, Tucket? The Tucket. U-Bolt, probably. Gaga About. Labors. Lugs. Gluey. And Pole. Alright. We've got a bunch of first ladies. Lady Gaga, the singer. Lady Liberty, sort of the embodiment of America. Lady Luck, sort of the embodiment of luck. And Lady Marmalade, like from Moulin Rouge, right? Yeah. Not just from Moulin Rouge. It even comes before 1974. Okay, I didn't know that. It's just a Moulin Rouge version of Lady Marmalade. Alright, I think that's a pretty nice... I didn't know Liberty Valance. Didn't actually know Marmalade Skies. This is in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, right? So I guess I did know it, but it's not really a phrase you hear. You know, it's not like the title of the song or anything. It's like, it's probably hard to find a phrase that starts with marmalade. I mean, we can look on one look. Marmalade star. Marmalade tree. Marmalade plum. Yeah, none of these are super interesting, right? Marmalade skies. This is kind of a rough themer, honestly. It's certainly a lyric in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, but that's basically all it is, right? And I felt the surrounding feel was pretty tough for a Tuesday. This is like venturing into Wednesday time, so I'm curious what the rest of you thought. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's take a look through this thing. So a trunk here is like your, you know, your torso. Goes clubbing, okay. Frank O'Hara, I didn't know. Scarlett O'Hara, I feel like is a more common clue on O'Hara, but sure. Good to learn about. Single lens reflex, I guess. North Pole and the South Pole. I did notice the add to, asks to, in on these kinds of things. Luck out, oh that's a themer. Gaga about. Up top, that's fun. Didn't know Annie Proulx either. McGriddle is fun though, so I called it. Those are pretty good long bonuses. Iron sides, right? It's plural here. So not iron side. If I just Google iron sides, what do I get? Troopers in a parliamental in cavalry, formed by English political leader Oliver Cromwell. Yeah, old Ironsides, I know. Is Cromwell ever just called Ironsides? It appears that the Ironsides are members of this cavalry unit. And Oliver Cromwell is Old Ironsides. Like maybe the Merrimack or the Monitor, no, the USS Constitution is also known as Old Ironsides. Yeah, I think this is not a correct clue. I think. U-Bolt. We had Set yesterday as the main themer. Aperol Spritz I've heard of. Bantu Knots I've not heard of. I know that Bantu is a language family in Africa. I put there, I just have in Bantu spots. Bantu Knots. That's what they look like. It's not really in my wheelhouse, but certainly is in many other people's. Tucket I didn't know either. What is a tucket? That's pretty hard. A flourish on a trumpet. It's like exactly what it is. But I think tuck it and Ironsides, which did not even include correctly. Poi, even. Ran on, another preposition there. Yeah, I think I like the theme here, but it's a little bit, the fill's a little rough for a Tuesday, I think. So I wonder how the stats on this are going to play out for people. We can see right now it's playing very hard. 100% of users are slower than their Tuesday average. And I also went 24.5%. And okay, so it's me and one other person who went 78% slower. That's why this average is out to 52. So me and this other person both went over 20% slower than our Tuesday average. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Anyway, let's move on to some more puzzles, starting with the Telegraph PlusWord. Here's a spoiler alert. There's a link in the description below. PlusWord's a British mini crossword meets Wordle at the end, as I like to say. Let's see what we can do on today's. Set of school pupils is a class. Temporarily store as data. Lindsay Lohan. Looks aren't everything. Wager or post is a stake. Woodland God is a satyr. Whoops, not spelled like that though. Cash, okay. And we have trunk. We had trunk that went across, right? Trunk attachment. Trunk attachment. Hanky, the kerchief. This is kind of makes you think it might be space, huh? But not too British today. Let's move on to Telegraph Codewords, which is unfortunately not free to play. Yesterday, Codewords regular was pretty tough, but yesterday, I mean, yeah. So the puzzles come out an hour after the New York Times puzzles come out on the weekends, because on the weekends they come out at 6 p.m. Eastern, but they come out at midnight in Britain. So on Sunday nights when I do the Monday puzzles. Anyway, let's do the Codeword stuff. See if we can find the E somewhere. Like, is this the E? This could be the E. You know, exit or something. I think it's, like, I guess it could be axis. Let's see if this is right. I guess this could be exam, but this I is not very common, or this letter is not very common. So, I mean, I don't know if it's right or not. Maybe like fizz or something. Actually, I don't mind that. Frenzy. I'm just guessing here, but things aren't looking too bad. A barn owl. A carton. This looks like a quandary and a publican. Beverage, sure. Almanac. We snuffle. Pajamas. We had PJs in the mini also. A woodcock, a knight. And there we go. I think this is just a lucky guess on an exit. Exit and fizz is a lucky guess, although it wasn't a totally blind guess on fizz. I saw the double followed by this, and I saw the W here. But okay, there's definitely an element of luck there. So let's try Codewords regular, see if we can get lucky again. See what we got here today. Yeah, this looks like, I always imagine what this word could be. It looks like apex to me. Now, is that right? I don't know. What is this? Planet, maybe? Could be, right? I don't know what this is yet. This looks like it's in, though. This looks like, I would have said engine, but maybe it's endive and a trivet and a villager and an iris and the prime minister. An oval. This looks like it's going to be zircon. Liquid crystal, like an LCD screen. Coq au vin, like the French purple. No. Burble? Joystick? Seems like it's bakery. What's burble? Wash bowl, chum, and fair. Is to burble like to bubble? What is to burble? To make a continuous murmuring noise. Yeah, the stream burbled through the woods. Basically, it means to bubble. Kind of. Anyway, let's, and as we always do on the New York Times Connections puzzle, where we're trying to make 4 groups of 4. It's like only connect for dummies. Probably shouldn't put it that way, but let's see. Arrow, crucifix, hyphen, hybrid, angry, complex, substance, checkbox, baroque, crux, involved heart, essence, elaborate, betray, and bullet. Okay, now I do see that these 3 end in X, but I also see crux, heart, essence, and maybe substance, I guess. Kind of mean the, you know, the central stuff. Complex, elaborate, baroque, and involved can be synonymous. Right? Then where are... bullet, arrow, hyphen, and crucifix, or checkbox. Those can all be kind of typographical symbols in some way. So we need to figure out what betray, angry, and hybrid have in common. Like more than just typographical symbols, they can like begin a list, I guess, somehow, right? Betray, angry, and hybrid. I guess we should start submitting some of these. No reason not to. We can even do it in easy to hard order. I don't mind that. Yeah. So the question is... I feel like this must go with crucifix. Hybrid car, hybrid engine, hybrid fruit. They don't anagram to anything interesting, do they? Hybrid. Should we see if this is right? Starting a bolded list? Yeah, okay. So what do these have in common? Angry birds? Betray. Cross. Cross. All these things have the meaning cross. You can be cross with someone. You can cross 2 plant species. You can cross, double cross someone, say. And then the crucifix is the cross. There we go. We did get there in the end. Always a good day when you get all 4 connections. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Wednesday puzzles. And let me know what you thought of today's Tuesday puzzle. See you tomorrow.